There's another issue that we don't bend on, and that's the issue of the sanctity of life. And in November, Republican lawmakers joined with some Democrat lawmakers to stop them from using any federal taxpayer funds from being used to provide for abortions in America. We got some flack. We got some flack for working with the other side, but I'm going to tell you, when it comes to protecting the unborn, we'll take the votes wherever we can get them. We stood on principle. We did the right thing for the right reasons, and we're showing, I believe, the American people that there's a clear difference between the two parties. But we won't stop there. Baby boomers, my generation, we've created a pretty big mess. We've made promises to ourselves that our kids and grandkids simply cannot afford. To most politicians, it's easier to just keep kicking the can down the road or create some toothless commission. If those in charge won't step up and offer the serious solutions to fix entitlement programs, we need leaders who will. And that's why my third and final lesson is that real leaders work harder than their opponents. You know, whether you're talking about sports, business, politics, anything, the team that works the hardest is the team that usually wins. And the hard work isn't just winning the majority. It's in doing something great with it. I warned Nancy Pelosi of this when I gave her the gavel on that first day of January in 2007. I said the value of a majority lies not in the opportunity to wield great power, but in the chance to use power to do great things. But they aren't up to the task. Whether it was more spending, more taxing, more government, all we've been left with is more debt and fewer jobs in our country. The hard work is cutting spending, getting control of the debt, and living within your means. The hard work is helping to create jobs by blocking needless regulations, expanding energy in America, and opening new markets for American goods. The hard work is keeping terrorists out of America and defeating al-Qaeda, not reading them their Miranda rights and then moving them to the United States to put them on trial. This is the hard work that Republicans are prepared to do. And in the months ahead, we're going to tell the nation exactly what we do differently if we're entrusted with their power. But it's not going to be a document handed down from on high that would land something like a thud, all right? But it's going to be built by listening. I've asked Kevin McCarthy of California, my colleague, to lead this project on behalf of House Republicans. We're going to listen to things like the contract from America. We're going to listen to things like the Mount Vernon Statement. We're going to listen to the Tea Party movement. It will come. Our manifesto, whatever it will be called, will come from the people who are really in charge of this country, and that's the American people. And while the other side's busy mocking Tea Partiers and calling them names, we're going to listen to them, we're going to work with them and stand with them, and we're going to walk amongst them. It's going to take an awful lot of work. It's going to take an awful lot of work to elect a new majority in Congress and to take on the problems that are being created up there today. We need to pick up 40 seats in the House. Sounds like a really big number. But remember, in 1994, we picked up 54 seats in that year, and I can tell you right now, we have more candidates than we've ever had. Our goal is to get a candidate in all 435 seats. And today, we have one or more candidates in over 340 of those districts. And of the 100 most competitive districts in America, about 90 of those have one or more candidates, in most cases more candidates, races that we have a much better chance, I believe, of winning. But I need your help. I'm going to say it loud and clear. I do need your help. Everyone in this room is already engaged. Your efforts help win campaigns. Your blogs are must-reads around the country and on Capitol Hill. And your ideas will fuel the future of the conservative movement. So you're already part of the fight. That's why I need you to recruit your friends, your neighbors, people who don't usually have time to get involved in all of this. Maybe they went to a Tea Party, but aren't quite sold on Republicans yet. Either way, I'm going to ask all of you to reach out. Bring your neighbors, your friends, your associates into this movement to help take back our country. Please encourage them to visit my website, freedomproject.org. You can sign up to receive updates, or you can connect with me on Facebook, Twitter, Dig, at two places, either at John Boehner or at GOP Leader. You know, share your thoughts with me. Tell us when we're doing the right thing. Tell us when we're doing the wrong thing. Listen, I think all of you know there's a political rebellion brewing in America. I saw it last night when I was in a room with 50 senior Americans who one by one came over to express to me their outrage. I saw it this morning when I got on an airplane and the captain came back before we took off to shake my hand and to say to me, "Keep fighting on our behalf." I knew it when the flight attendant came up to me when I was getting off the plane to tell me, "You've got to keep fighting on our behalf." And when a taxi cab driver told me this afternoon, that's when I knew that there's a real rebellion going on in America. Now, back in September, I stood in front of 18,000 people at a Tea Party organized by our local Tea Party folks. It was right there in Westchester, Ohio, right in my own hometown. And I mention this because the Republican Party should not attempt to co-opt the Tea Parties. I think that's the dumbest thing in the world. What we will do, as long as I'm the leader, is respect them, listen to them, and walk amongst them. The other party will never, ever do that. You know, at that rally and others like it around the country that I've attended, I've seen the same thing. Americans from all walks of life getting involved in politics for the first time. Families, young adults, grandparents, small business owners, and more. Working Americans who believe in our country and who believe in our Constitution are saying enough is enough. I can tell you that a Republican Congress is not going to change the world in 2 years. We won't. We can't. But we can stop the Pelosi-Obama agenda, and we can do it quickly. And what we can do is to continue to offer better solutions to the American people to get our country back on track once again. And so, in closing, my pledge to you is this. If you will help me elect a Republican majority this November, we will be open, we will be transparent, and we will listen. We will stand on principle, and we will do the right thing for our country. We'll work hard 24/7 to clean up the messes that have been left there for our kids and our grandkids. So come with me. Work with me. We can win this fight. So most of you know, a lot of you know, I played football in high school at Muller. They won a lot of state football championships after I was there. But one thing I learned from my high school football coach was this: never, ever, ever give up. I've been in a lot of fights just like you have. I've been in a lot of tough spots in my life and my career, but I never, ever give up. I believe in America. I didn't come here to be a congressman. I didn't come here to be the Speaker in the House. I came here to fight for our country so that our kids and grandkids have the same opportunities that we had growing up in our great country. We need to take our country back now so that those opportunities for them will be there. Come join the fight with me.